Hey guys, Psychic Pictures here. So, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's been everywhere. People are going crazy about this game. And for good reason. I myself have not given my opinion on it, but holy cow! This game has got me hyped for another Super Smash Bros. Game. It's got pretty much everything. Every character, every fighter, every assist trophy, every Pokemon that I want to see in there already. For all the information that we have right now, I'd be content if they released the game right now with it looking the way it does. So, given that I have not stated my opinions on this yet, I would like to go and spread my opinion about the fighters I think will be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So, since I really have no idea what fighters they're actually going to put in, and I based this list on how likely the characters are to actually get into the game, I only have 3 options for regular fighters and 3 options for Echo fighters. So, this isn't going to be a long list, but these are the fighters and Echo fighters I would like to see in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Number 3, Fighter. Springman from ARMS. So, this character, as of right now, is a no-brainer that they should implement into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but I think he's the least likely to actually be in the game because, 1, most of ARMS is just punching and not much else, and 2, it's too new to figure out if they want to put a character like this in the game. So, I would like to see Springman in here, but I'm not gonna cry if Springman is not in the game. Because even though I do like ARMS, most of it is just punching and most of it is just grabbing as well. So, I don't think it would make for a solid character, but Sakurai, I would have faith in him to take any character from any series and make a move set for them that works. Number 3, Echo Fighter. Ribbon Girl from ARMS. Now, I'm kinda cheating on this one, because I'm not sure if Springman would actually be in the game, but if you have Springman in there, you would either have Ribbon Girl in there as an Echo Fighter, or as a skin for Springman. Think about it. The difference that could be for Springman and Ribbon Girl could actually be delved from the game. So, the game ARMS. So, Springman, the higher his HP, the higher his percentage, the harder he hits. And Ribbon Girl could jump up to 4 times. That could be the only difference between them, and they could do Echo Fighters out of those 2, just because of that. So, if Springman makes it into the game, I'm pretty sure Ribbon Girl is going to be the one that goes and either is an Echo Fighter of him, or a skin for him. Number 2, Fighter. Cinna Roar from Pokemon. Yeah, we already have a fire representative in Super Smash Bros. With Charizard, but this, I think, is the more likely one that out of all the Pokemon from Sun and Moon, I think that Cinna Roar is the most common, that is the one that you could actually make a moveset out of and have it work. Instead of be an assist trophy or be in a Pokeball. Because out of all the ones in Sun and Moon, I would like Lurantis to be in there. But do I think it's going to make it in there? Absolutely not. So I think the one that they would base a moveset out of the most would be Cinna Roar. Just for the fact that he's a starter, he's really popular, and things like that. So I think that Cinna Roar is going to be in there somewhere, or Litten will be in there somewhere. Either Cinna Roar is going to be a fighter, or Litten is going to be a Pokeball. One of those two is going to happen. Number 2, Echo Fighter. Ken from Street Fighter. So, this is quite possibly the most obvious Echo Fighter they could ever use. Because in Street Fighter, Ryu and Ken have very similar movesets, if I'm recalling correctly. I'm gonna say this right now, I'm not a Street Fighter fan, so I don't know jack about it. So, but from what I understand, Ryu and Ken are pretty much the same character, and they have very similar movesets outside of Super Smash Bros. And in Street Fighter. So, and also, I think that another reason I think Ken will make it as an Echo Fighter is strictly for the fact he's one of the characters that had a separate trophy in Super Smash Bros. 4, and he was released as a trophy with Ryu's launch. So I think that actually states that he will be an Echo Fighter at least somewhere. At least at some time. Number 1, Fighter. Shantae. I'm calling this right now. Shantae from the Shantae series is going to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate somewhere. I'm calling that now. She's going to be in it somewhere. If it's going to be a stage, okay. If it's going to be a piece of background, that's okay. If she's going to be an assist trophy, that's okay. If she's a fighter, that would be amazing. The reason I think Shantae has a very good fighting chance in this is strictly for the fact that Shovel Knight is in the game. If Shovel Knight was not in the game, I would say Shantae would have zero chance to get into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So, with the inclusion of Shovel Knight, which is in fact an indie character, which is from an independent developer, Shantae has a very good fighting chance of getting in there because she is also an indie game. Will she be a fighter or an assist trophy? I don't know, but I really highly think that she is going to be a fighter. Strictly for the fact that she's got a better moveset than Shovel Knight, because Shovel Knight only shovels the ground and uses his shovel for an attack. Shantae has many different forms, animal forms, that she can use as her actual moveset. An example of this is when she's running and then she goes and attacks, she can turn into her elephant form and zoom a little further and then have that be an attack and then transform back to Shantae. When she's going to do her up B, she could transform into the harpy and fly. Things like that. So, her animal transformations actually go and make her a really solid fighter for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's why I think she would actually be a very good fighter. She's really high on the ballot, too. She was pretty high on the ballot from what I understand from the Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. So I think that's compelling evidence that she will be in the game somewhere. Number 1, Echo Fighter. Shadow the Hedgehog from Sonic the Hedgehog. This is a weird one, because out of all the assist trophies and all the items that they went through, Shadow never appeared. So, that's very odd for me. And as an Echo Fighter, Shadow would work basically the same as Sonic. Would he have an up B the same as Sonic? Probably not. He would probably use Chaos Control. But is Shadow going to be in the game as of right now? Because he did have a role in the past 2 games to be an assist trophy and was using Chaos Control in those games. So, I'm not sure what they're going to do with Shadow. Are they omitting him? Are they turning him into a fighter? Or an Echo Fighter? So, I don't know what they're doing with Shadow. Most likely he's going to be a fighter, because they haven't shown anything for Shadow. Either that or they replaced him with Knuckles. And, okay, I don't know. So, he's either going to be an Echo Fighter, or he's going to be an assist trophy once again. But they haven't shown him as an assist trophy. And that was my top 3 fighters and Echo Fighters I would like in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. What are your top 3 fighters from that you'd like to see in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? What are your top 3 Echo Fighters that you would like to see in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Why do you think your fighters or Echo Fighters will be in the game? What evidence do you think is saying they will be in the game? Why do you think the ones I chose will not be in the game? So, this has been Psychic Pictures, and I'll see you guys next time.